Oh, I don't know if we can see it here. Kind of dark, huh? Oh, here. We'll roll it up into the light. I'm not going to ride it down the ramp. That's wood. That's paneling. Well, I will ride it, but I'm not going to start the engine until I get in there. Just so you can hear what it sounds like. I built this bridge out of wood that was laying around here and scrap without using a saw at all. Every piece of wood on this bridge was found and put here. Had to traverse a ditch to get into my super secret backwoods ghetto shop. Shh, don't tell nobody. Oh my goodness. Look at baby. Oh, man, these old GS850s are heavy. Geez, what a mess. I guess it takes a whole lot of disorder in order to make order. Sometimes it works that way. There's not disorder without order. There's not light without dark. Like Full Metal Jacket. Got Born to Kill on your helmet and a peace button. What are you trying to prove? I think he was suggesting something about the duality of man. But anyway, I've had this bike longer than I care to admit to. I thought it was never going to get done because I had to close the shop. But just because I closed the shop doesn't mean I'm not still working on motorcycles. In fact, now that the shop's closed, I can work on motorcycles, at least some. I bet Steve thought it was never going to get done too. There's a nice gold coming across the exhaust, showing that it's tuned properly, or at least fairly close. Did a lot of rerouting of wires and cables. I did that exhaust. It's for a Suzuki, but it's had the wrong angle coming out, and it was hitting the fender, and then it was quite a ways from the engine on the bottom. I got a nice gap now. There's still some details to attend up, like there's a piece of wire and stuff. But the test ride, it aced it. Aced the test ride. I let it sit there and idle. I rode it back in the pouring rain and it didn't even hiccup. There's my literally battery basket. The seat's been altered around some. I'm trying to figure out how to do away with this tailpiece right here. I'm thinking something along the lines of, well, I don't know for sure. I'll probably just ask Steve what he wants to do. It could just be cut, like right here, maybe rounded or off at the plug. I'm not sure exactly. Or maybe put a small rack there or something. It doesn't quite fit the look of the bike because it's supposed to be a bit, you know, street cruiser / sporty. This nasty looking conglomeration is where the kickstand had to be changed. It's really ugly right now and looks like it's not quite right. Oh, this isn't quite right, but I was just using what I had as far as bolts and hardware to see if I could attach this and get it to work, and it works really well. It's quite solid. The original one had threads in the frame and they got cracked in the frame where the threads are, or was it a bolt broke off on that? I'm not sure actually. One of those two. But it was, you know, a little messed up, and I thought, well, shoot, if I weld onto that, it's liable to crack again at some point. So let's get something a little more solid. Did away with the center stand. Still working on the jetting on the carbs. The seat was higher up. There was a bracket up here going up, and it was quite a bit higher, and this was actually lower. There's a hole, I don't know if you can see it, the original hole. The fender is actually sitting on this bolt, but it has two washers that are clamping it tight so it don't go nowhere. And now I've only got one bolt holding the back of the seat on right now, because I've got to fix the bolts on the other side. So this will get tucked down tight. It had a pretty big gap up in here around the seat too, and so I think we've done away with most of that. It feels a lot lower now too. You sit on it and it's just nice and low. Okay, yeah, that's about it. Okay, let me start it up and then get out of here. I'm going home to eat dinner. It's been a long night and day. I worked on this for like, I don't know, 4 hours last night. I stayed here at the super secret shop and slept on the couch with the heater pointed at me so that I wouldn't not get here until the middle of the afternoon today, and it worked. I got up and I finished most of the hard stuff. Alright, who's rode it back in the rain? Let's see if it's going to start. Oh my goodness! Somebody knows how to tune carburetors. It's sin in the art of motorcycle maintenance. Oh, that was the other thing, just for people to know. This battery, I think I just pulled this out of here. This battery is from a Moto Guzzi 1100 actually. It's an AGM. That's why it has my own battery box, or basket. It's got like three and a half times the battery power it originally had, which is something that you want on an old Suzuki. There's lots and lots of battery power. Shaft drive. This exhaust sounds really nice too. Thank you, Daniel. Oh. Woo! All right. Peace out.